We are starting this empowering and uplifting Slings Myofascial Training movement sequence in a centered high kneeling position. From here, raise your arms forward and upward with an arm arc. Open the arms, circle them down. Exhalation, arm arc. Inhalation, arm circle. Keep going 2 more times. So this is a counterintuitive breathing and movement rhythm for many of us. Just come along. It is profoundly impactful for your core stabilization, so empowering your insight. Place your hands to the front of the hips. Inhale, sit back. Exhalation, curl up. Inhale, centered alignment of the pelvis and the spine. Exhalation, curling up, smooth, fluid motion. When you curl up, you tilt the pelvis back. By sense, you let the spine follow into the curl and then unraveling into a centered position. Pause, let the breath flow. Turn the left foot out, lift the left knee, and establish a 90-90 gate pose. Right hand to the front of the hip, left hand to the inside of the knee. And then you engage through your center, pelvic floor, deep abdominals, lightly but deliberately. And then you glide into the hip release position, explore your end range, and then you lift out of the end range movement and you pause. This is your new end range. Pull the heel and the knee toward one another, and you feel the lengthened adductor muscles engage. And this strength is radiating up into the core, the pelvic floor, and then up along the spine. Hold very steady, and then you push the left foot away. You let the body be lifted up. Deliberate light activity of the pelvic floor. Exhale into hip release. Inhale, bounce up. You can also exhale, inhale through the nose. Now your activity, center activity, pelvic floor and abdominals is steady. The movement is rhythmical. It's a dynamic hip release. Let's do this one more time. And then you add the arm pendulum and bouncing up. The arm is a split second sooner than the rest of the body. The emphasis is going to the right, out of the movement. So out of the hip release. Let's do this 2 more times. Last one, dynamic. And now you slow down the movement. Reach your right arm overhead, left hand onto the floor, kneeling lateral angle pose. Pull your heel, your knee toward one another. Press your upper arm against the inside of the leg against the upper arm. By sense, your inner thighs are spiraling out and around. And now you push with your left foot away from the body. It lifts you up, side bend. Center. Turn the knee down onto the floor, bring the foot back. Place your hands to the front of the hips. Inhale, sit back. Exhalation, curl up. Let's do this 2 more times. It's a balancing on-the-go exercise. So after the one-sided exercise sequence, a bilaterally balanced movement. And now you can turn the right foot out, lift the right knee, establish a 90-90 gate pose in which you have a feeling of lift from the front of the pelvis. Tactile feedback, right hand assures that the hip stays open. Left hand can guide the knee. You are gliding into hip release, exploring your end range again. Your knee travels in line with the base of the second or middle toe, and then you lift slightly, and you remember this to be your new end range movement. Pull the heel and the knee toward each other, strengthen the lengthened muscles. Now, in terms of alignment, your knee can be slightly forward of the toes. It's forward of the ankle, ideally. So we want to, at the moment, we hold it, but when we do the dynamic movement, we want that range of movement to elasticize optimally. So you have been pushing up through the foot, lightly engaged. Exhale into the hip release. Inhale to bounce up. So elasticizing the lower body, this is our aim here. Adaptability, elasticity in the fascia of the foot, across the back of the ankle, across the front of the knee, and also the adductors. And that empowers the myofascial cord, the inside of the body. Let's add the arm, let's add momentum. So can you keep your pelvic floor, abdominal steadily engaged? Have an elasticizing, buoyant movement in the lower body, and let your arm swing freely. Let's do this 2 more times. And then you slow down the motion, glide into the kneeling lateral angle pose, right hand onto the floor, left arm reaches overhead, heel, knee pull toward each other. Your left shoulder is stabilized, yet your hand is reaching away from the body. You visualize or maybe feel one line from the knee to the armpit to the fingertips. Hold it strong. And now right foot. Push away, and that lifts you up with ease. Side bend and center. Turn the leg in, bring the leg back, well and truly empowered from the inside out and the outside in. Sit back, exhalation, curl up. 1 more time like so. And then I'm offering you an option, incorporating the arms. You raise your arms overhead, arm arc, active forward fold, arm circle, exhalation, curl up, inhalation, slow sit back and arm circle. This is also empowering the body, so strengthening the back and strengthening the front, as fascially and muscularly, as well as promoting fascial glide, and with this movement ease. The shoulders also mobilized, so moved and strengthened. Let's do 1 more, and then finish with a long, expansive arch, and then sit back into a low kneeling position.